partners, I'm Breeza and welcome to our literature roundup from the dusty trails of the Great Depression.
And I'm Cade. Today we're rustling up some lessons from a classic tale of dreams, dust, and hard times.
We're talking about A Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. It follows George and Lenny, two migrant workers roaming the ranches trying to survive and rope themselves a little dream of owning land.
We're focusing on how poverty left folks lonely, desperate, and dreaming of a better life, kind of like living in the Dust Bowl with no shade or water.
The theme we're riding with is poverty creates isolation and limits opportunities, making folks struggle to survive while dreaming of a better life.
Candy says, I ain't got no relatives nor nothing. I got the ranch to look after me, and I ain't wanted no place else.
And Crooks, the stable book, complains, a guy needs somebody to be near him. A guy goes nuts if he ain't got nobody.
Don't forget Lenny, dreaming out loud, we could have lived off a fat of land.
See, these quotes show that poverty leaves folks lonely and wishing for a better life. Candy worries about being useless, and Crooks points out that loneliness can make a person go stir crazy.
Lenny's dreams show the itch for freedom and security. Steinbeck paints a picture of hardship that's tougher than a $2 streak.
This theme rings true for migrant workers in the 1930s who had no steady jobs, no homes, and a little social support.
Kind of like riding a buck bronco without a saddle, always uncertain where you'll land.
It's a heavy one from history, folks. Following the stock market crash in October 1929, unemployment in the United States skyrocketed, rising from 3% in 1929 to 25% in the 1933.
That means nearly a quarter of the whole country was out of work. Just like George and Lenny, people didn't have steady jobs or money, which left them wandering ranch to ranch.
And then it says the Work Progress Administration was their first major unemployment program of the New Deal, a series of programs designed to counteract the pervasive joblessness and poverty of the Great Depression.
This shows things finally started to get better, with jobs opening up again, but before that, poverty had already forced millions of people into desperation, just like Steinbeck's ranch hands hanging on to dreams.
Now let's mosey over to the farmers. The Depression was one of the most devastating agricultural disasters in American history, and American farmers suffered terribly. In 1934, more than 30% of all Americans still lived on the farms.
This proves the Great Depression didn't just hit city folks, it ruined farmland too. With crops failing and droughts hitting, many farmers couldn't survive, which showed how poverty reached everyone, not just the ranch workers and mice and men.
Between 1930 and 1935, nearly 200 of every 1,000 farms succumbed to foreclosure proceedings. When the owners fell, croppers and tenants were also forced off the land.
This means farmers were getting kicked out of their land, ending up homeless in roadside camps. Same kind of hopelessness we see in Steinbeck's characters. They're always dreaming of a land because poverty keeps taking it away.
So Homer's themes that poverty causes isolation and limits opportunity still stands tall today. Folks without money often feel shut out, just like the ranch hands in Steinbeck's book. For me, there were times when I couldn't join my school events because I didn't have the money for fees, and it made me feel left out, like I couldn't catch up with everyone else.
When I was younger, my family didn't have a lot of money. My siblings would get free clothes from our relatives, but I was okay with this because I like the surprise of not knowing what you're going to get.
Well, partners, that wraps up our ride through Mice and Men and the Great Depression.
Thanks for listening with us. Till next time, keep dreaming, even though the trails are rough.